Hey everybody, it's Karen and Stephanie with Food and Family. Today we're going to show you how Stephanie makes her apple butter, and it is amazing. You can put it on a fresh baked biscuit.
Or toast.
Or spread it on pancakes or waffles. It's that good. So let's get started. Tell me what you're going to put in it.
All right, so usually I do this during apple season, but I've been asked to make a batch. So we're going to use unsweetened applesauce. And we've got 3 46-ounce containers, which comes out to about 17.5 cups.
So where did you get this unsweetened? You can get this at Walmart in these.
Yeah, anywhere, just get the unsweetened.
Okay. Now.
All right, now we're going to add 4 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Only 4? Really?
Only 4.
Well, cinnamon is one of those spices that can be strong.
And this is going to cook for quite a bit, so it's going to have its time to do its thing. Was it 3?
That's 3. We lose count easy. 4. Okay.
And we have got 1 cup of apple cider vinegar.
And that's all we put in it? Mm-hmm. No, we've got sugar.
We got sugar.
Only these 4 ingredients.
That's it. And this is the best apple butter I have ever in my life eaten. This was my grandmother's recipe.
Are you ready for the sugar?
Yeah, we can start adding sugar.
Well, you stir and I'll add. How about that? And as this gets warm, these ingredients will stir in easier. So how long do you think this will take to cook?
It's kind of an eyeball thing. You just got to look at it about a night. You're looking at maybe an hour.
Oh, okay. That's not too long.
And give it plenty of time for all that to kind of marry together on a low simmer. And then it's time to put it in your jars.
And do we water bath it?
And then water bath it for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's not long. And then it's a matter of letting it cool and jars seal.
And we have 6 cups of sugar that we're adding. Because during apple season, I'll go to a local guy who has an apple orchard and get my apples, and I'll have 3 pots on the stove going, and it's an all-day thing.
It's smelling so good already. You've got that cinnamon
and the apple
sauce and that apple cider, yeah. Or the apple cider vinegar. I wonder if you could do it instead of vinegar, could you use apple cider?
You could, but I have tried all kinds of, because we lost my grandmother's recipe there for maybe 20 years. And I just recently found it in the last couple of years. And I've tried different apple butters trying to get this apple butter. Mm-hmm. And it does not compare. You stick with the apple cider.
Oh, okay. So the vinegar.
You could.
But the vinegar is what you need.
Yes. The apple cider vinegar gives it whatever it is it needs.
Okay, so let us get this stirred together. We're going to get it heating up and get it cooking, and we'll come back and show you what it looks like, okay? I'm going to before it gets hot, hold that pot up and let them see this while you can. How pretty that is down in there.
And this is when you need smell-o-vision.
Let me ask you something before we go, though. Could you, if you wanted, could you add more cinnamon? And I'm thinking maybe could you put a touch of nutmeg in it?
Oh, yeah. You can add, this is just our recipe that we've always had. Mm-hmm. You can add more cinnamon if you want to. You can add more sugar if you want to. I'd only add about 2 more cups. You can add less if you want to. It's just a preference.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, all right. Well, let's get this going, and we're going to come back and show you what it looks like, okay? Stay with us. We're back, and this apple butter is smelling so good. It has simmered just over an hour, about an hour and 15 maybe. And she's got her jars all sterilized. We've got the lids in the back heating up so we can sterilize those. We're ready to put this together.
Let's do it.
You need your funnel. There you go. Okay. So she's just going to take her ladles and spoon it into the jars. And when we get the jars filled up, then we're going to put them in a water bath.
For about 10 minutes.
Now, how far do you fill them up? Do you come up just to this portion?
Yes. I don't come all the way up. I come just below the head right here.
That'd be like an inch below the top. Because you've got to have room for this when you water bath them. And, oh my goodness gracious. I'm ready to taste this.
Well, you've got to wait. You can, if you want to, go. If you don't want to do a water bath and you immediately want to take one, I would suggest putting it in the fridge overnight before you get into it, because it will thicken up as it cools.
Okay, I'm going to let her get these jars filled up, and then we're going to come back and show you what they look like, and then get ready to water bath them, okay? Okay, so we've got all the jars filled up, and she got 10 pint jars out of that one recipe. Now what she's doing now is this little device, debubbler, is you run it down the side of your jar, and if there's any air bubbles in there, it'll get rid of those air bubbles. So you just kind of run it around on the inside. Now we took a wet napkin, wet paper towel, and cleaned the rims real good. So you don't want anything on these rims. So now we're going to, she's got her little magnetizer here.
We've got our sanitized lids.
Yes, these lids have been, we boiled them for just very few minutes. And here's the rings. You finger tighten the rings. You don't have to tighten them real tight, just a good hand tightening.
And then once you get done with the canning process, you want to take your rings off because they will rust. And that can affect your lid seal if there's rusting.
Yeah, and as long as that lid is sealed on there, you won't have to worry about having that ring. Because as these cool, when they come out of the water bath, as they cool, you'll hear each one of them seal, you'll hear a little pop. And what you want to do in this case, we'll count and make sure we have 10 little pops. And if they're not, if we don't hear 10 pops, we'll know something didn't seal. And you can look at the top of the lid right here, you'll see it's just a tiny little bubble. And once it seals, that'll sink in. So you'll have a little indentation there. Okay, so we will get these tightened up. You start on that end and I'll start on this one. Just, like I said, just finger, oops, I didn't touch the jar. Just finger tighten it. And be careful, guys, because these jars are hot. You know, I was just thinking, you could put these up now. These would make wonderful gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you want to wait till apple season, put them up, put a nice ribbon. Take this ring, put a piece of cloth, a really pretty Christmas piece of cloth, or if you want to do spring or whatever time of year you're giving them, and put the lid back on, put a tight little bow around it, a little ribbon, whether it be cooking twine, decorative twine, and put a little note on it. Give it as a gift. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
And when apple season gets in, you just take your apple, you core it, you don't even have to peel it. I have a large pot, it's about the size of my canner pot. I've got two big aluminum pots about this big, and I'll have both of them going with apples that's been cored with the peel still on. I'll cook those down in this mixture. I'll cook those down in just enough water to cover them. Then once they're soft enough, then I sieve them out, and then I add all of the vinegar, the sugar, the cinnamon, and then I do the cook process. Now on fresh apples, I'll usually do 2 hours because I want this will get darker and it'll be thicker and less watery. But this day I'm just doing a quick batch.
Okay, so we're going to get these set up in the canner, or in this case, the water bath. And I'm going to let her set it up, and we're going to have to put this on the stove because I don't think our little one-eye burner here is going to get it. So we'll be back and show you when it's cooking over here. So stay with us.
That's it.
She is taking up these jars of apple butter. And guys, they've already started sealing. We're counting the pops. There's 3. So that's the sound you want to hear. I hope you heard that over my talking. This is amazing.
Here's one that's sealed as soon as I put it down, and you can see how there's right there, you can see how the indentation is down. It's sealed.
Yes. So we are ready to have some apple butter. One day we're going to make us some homemade biscuits, and we're going to put this apple butter on it. You know, I love apple butter on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Do you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. I don't know anybody that doesn't like peanut butter and jelly. And, but they're so good. And it's so easy, guys. If you will follow Stephanie's directions, and it's not a recipe. It's directions, actually, but we'll link the ingredients below and the quantities below this video. And if you're interested in anything she's used today, check out our Amazon store. Did you hear that one? That's a loud one. Check out our Amazon store. We'll put the link below in the description box. And in the description of the video, you'll see more. Click on more and it'll open up everything. Our contact information will be there. Our email addresses, our P.O. box, and the link to our Amazon store. And we'll have listed everything in the Amazon store. We'll try to get the canner, use it for a canner or water bath on there. This little tools that she used, the funnel, the things she picked up the jars with. We'll get all of that listed on there for you if you're interested in it. It's going to soon be summertime. Gardens are going to be planted. And we love to can green beans and tomatoes. So this stuff comes in really handy for us. But we appreciate you all. Thank you for joining us today. And we certainly hope you enjoyed this video. You don't have to wait till fall to make apple butter.
And if you have questions about if you're going to use apples and make this, just comment in the video, and I answer. Me and her both answer pretty quickly when we see the comments. So if you have any questions, just comment.
Yeah, and she'll answer. I'll let her answer those questions because she's the apple butter person. But thanks for joining us again, and we certainly hope you'll come back and visit with us soon. Bye, everybody.